Hey, going live. Let's see if this is gonna hold. What a hurricane we went through. And then we had like a lot of rain the last few weekends. But anyway, hey, aloha Monday, warriors, and warriors of health and longevity and happiness and all the qualities that we don't really get time to enjoy unless we lock into them. I'm talking about locking into quality. I was listening to Dean Graziosi's message this morning, and he has a Monday thing which I've copied, not in terms of what we talk about, but in terms of I thought it was such a great idea to come on once a week and say, hey brothers, hey sisters, welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, the last couple of days has been interesting. If you read the post that I put above or underneath, depending on where you're seeing this, you can see that in my Sunday briefing, the message that I got out, and it's one of the parts is follow those inner thoughts that are telling you to do something. And it was kind of like what happened this weekend was that, or last week rather, I got a flat. And I found the tire was flat at 11,000 feet up on Mauna Loa when I was going up there for the hike, or I'd just come down from the hike. And in the morning before I left, this little message said, take the air pump. I go oh, okay, that's weird. Never had a flat in maybe a decade or more. And sure enough, that's what happened. I was able to get home quite safely, and it was that was so great. And so what the message I want to deliver this week is, because of the cleaning up after the hurricane that I'm still got to do. I mean, I've done a lot of it, but it's just a lot of other stuff is surfacing that really needs to be done too. And so it's been a fragmented week, and it's been just keeping up with shit, And, as warriors in the health longevity aspect, we want to be able to sort of plan beyond keeping up. That's the old way of doing it. We've got to plan ahead and maintain that health and that longevity and the brilliance that we can be even when we get into our 90s or 100s, whatever the age group, right? Imran, welcome. Hey, brother. And the, are you fragmented or keeping up? And so it's for this week, it would be, and I'm, copying what I wrote as notes from Dean Graziosi's Monday Minute message. He's Tony Robbins' partner. I'm not involved in their groups anymore. I found it kind of I needed to go a different direction. But his messages come out on Mondays, and it was, what is the one clear focus and outcome that you would like to achieve this week? And, maybe it's no social media. Addicted over here. And so mine was I need to get back into finishing up my book. And there's a lot of other stuff I need to do as well. But that was what I committed to doing, was 2 hours of editing a day. And that's easy to do. I can easily fit that in. Especially if I don't watch there's so much social media, political war stuff that's been going on. And so it's the more that we can focus into, even when we're under stress, and I mean, I look at the south of the island here, it's been devastated by the flooding. And I was texting with a friend who's in the ukulele class, and how she was doing, she said, all of her land has been all the dirt's been completely washed out, and so she's just left with boulders and bare lava, and there was lots of topsoil there. And further down the coast towards South Point, people, I think it's, boy, I saw a statistic this morning. There's over 100 homes have been wiped out. And I mean, literally wiped out. Now, don't quote me on this, but it appears what happened is that some of the earth dams that they built back in the late 1800s, early 1900s up there, burst. And so, yeah, more on that's going to come out. And meanwhile, it's been the community that's been getting together and really clearing up the rubble and rebuilding the bridges. And yeah, there's been bridges that were wiped out, you know, and just boulders like 2 feet diameter. And so you can imagine the flow that was coming through there. So I don't know what it is for you, Imran, maybe. Hey, Roy, good to see you here too. Hey, brother, welcome. And yeah, Roy's on the island here too, and I know he's had a different experience than we all have. Each one of us has a unique story to tell about Hurricane Lulu, and it was by far the most damage that I've received on my property ever, and in over a decade. And so that gives you a scope of what it was like for me. Meanwhile, it's very, very regional. Somebody over 200 yards from me wouldn't have experienced the same intensity. It just happened that a big gust of wind, and it was already strong, just blew up here and just like took over the place. So there we go. That's my story for the Monday morning, and encourage you to sort of just focus on one thing that you want to do for yourself. That's the purpose, and reattach to that. And as I was saying, reattach to that purpose. And sorry about the interval there. And that purpose is, that longer term vision, not looking over the shoulder at what was, or the story about what was, but going, and not necessarily, and not so much the present moment stuff, which is like, for me, is like I've committed to doing 2 hours on the book. But the reason why I'm recommitting to that is that the vision that I have, and the vision that I have about the journey that I'm writing in that book, to help humanity. It's Tools of Perilous Times is basically the subtitle of the book. But it's the attitude, the high attitude, and the altitude, and the attitude that I'm relearning